Hello, this is Lorena, and I'm back with another Duelist video. In this video, I will be continuing the current event. So, let's go. Yes, this is probably going to just be whatever I can get done right now, because I don't think I have any self-restraint. So, I will probably stop when I reach the time gate. Okay, I've got some tickets I haven't used. That's like... Well, okay, let me look at those. They're all rares. Okay. Well, I sort of have a similar problem with rares, where there aren't a whole lot that I want from rares. Okay, now I just sound expensive. Now I just sound expensive. But to be fair, I pretty much am. No lie. Okay, now there's more I can get from rares compared to commons at the very least. Okay, I'll get another of these. There's really not much use for some of these cards. Except for the fact that, well, I don't have them or they aren't maxed out at 3 copies. What's this? No. I'll put something into every card that sucks eventually. What does this card do? No, wait, what? Well, I don't have that card right now. What does this do? Okay, well... Oh, yeah, I finished... I just remembered I needed 6, and I'm like, I have 1 left. But obviously... Oh, no, I used all of them. Okay, that's fair, that's fair. Because, like I said, I don't always know what I'm going to do with rares. And with commons, that's even worse. Man, I really do sound expensive. But I mean, to be fair, I'm not exactly going to hide it. I kind of can be. I'm going to go around and auto-duel these people. Though I should probably be quiet if I go up against Charmers. I know how I feel about Charmers, and I have some feelings. So I'm just going through and dueling these people before I get started with the current event. I think it's a good way to get keys, just like the current event is a good way to get keys. But I get more event currency by dueling these people, so I should do it. This is going to end up like the last event. I just complete the event so early that I end up having to wait for the next event to start. But you know, that's just how it goes. And since they've time gated it, there is still some things I have to... I can't complete the entire event just yet. And there's plenty of time gating, so I think I'm good when it comes to videos. Okay, no, don't steal my monster, even though I don't think you're using a Charmer deck. Okay. Well, this is good at least. I'm getting some wins. Now it just comes down to who's using a Chamber deck and who isn't. And now I still get things even if I lose against the Chamber deck, so I should probably just assume that if I'm going up against a Chamber's deck, well, I could lose. Okay. I'm going to expand my collection of cards eventually. And now I'm focused on boxes that will give me blue-eye support. And I'm also a fan of Lightsworn support since I want to build a Lightsworn deck. And since I want to also build a Lunalight deck, the current box I'm on right now isn't that bad of a choice. And now, should I focus too much on it? Well, I think I've already focused a bit too much on it. I don't really think anyone thinks that the amount of time I've spent with that box is a good idea. And now there are many reasons why I don't just change boxes. And that's because I'm working on one deck at a time. Well, yes, admittedly, I am getting Lunalight cards from this box, and same with Lightsworns. But when it comes to support, I'm definitely most focused on the Blue Eyes cards. Now, after this, I'm wondering what I should do, because I'm going to end up with so many cards. I mean, I'm going to end up with so many gems, I don't know what to do with them. I'm actually very picky when it comes to the deck that I play. And I never thought that Elemental Heroes would be one of them. I never thought I'd be able to play this deck. But I guess people just change. Yeah, I guess people just change. Like how I went from being better at synchro summoning to being better at fusion summoning. I still cannot explain that, but you know. Okay, well I could lose just... Oh, wow. Well, that says a lot about your card if you put it face down, even though my card isn't... Yeah, that said quite a lot. Now it's just like, wow, you can attack me directly, but you put that card face down. That says a lot about your card. Another one. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. The current event is certainly interesting. I might have to spend extra time with it, and just because of the interestingness. Okay, it's that girl that looked dead when I was last dueling her. Okay. Yes, this is awesome. Now, admittedly, I think I've got a number of duelists left. I think Crawler is on patrol for students that are misbehaving. We're behaving, sort of. I mean, do you really expect someone in their high school years to behave? I don't think so. Although I was a bit of an outlier, I usually did behave. Usually, being the key word. Growing up, there were moments when I didn't do what I was supposed to. And those years quickly ended by me becoming a perfectionist. And I don't even remember the last time I was punished for doing something I shouldn't have done. Let's see, I know that the most recent time I can remember is 7th grade. But that's the only time I can remember because that's the last time I remember my grades being bad. The thing I most remember getting punished for is not doing my homework. Although I did eventually start doing it. And I don't remember what else I got punished for at any point. And so I'm just like, well, I know I have done other things wrong, but I can't remember them. I mean, obviously, when you're like 6 or something, you're not going to be on your best behavior 24/7. I was a very quiet child. Yes, a quiet child. I didn't say a whole lot. But now I'm talking all the time, which I think is great improvement. I mean, I say I want to be a writer, right? So I should probably be able to speak. Yeah, I should probably be able to speak, just saying. I've heard that saying what you write out loud can help a lot. I haven't done that, but I have tried to. I've tried to say dialogue in some dramatic ways. I've tried putting emotions into the dialogue I pronounce. Yeah, though obviously I'm not sure I do that great all the time. I mean, there's also the fact that I don't have much of a range, and I'm a woman, so if there's a character that's a dude, then obviously I'm not going to be able to pull off a male voice. But other than that, I think I do just fine. I'm nowhere near the level of a professional voice actor, but I think I've done better than some people. I mean, sometimes when I listen to people read things, they put like no emotion into it. And I'm like, dude, you should dramatize all of this. This is a story. But that's just my opinion. No one has to make their videos the way I want them to. That would be kind of selfish, just telling them how to make their videos. That would be very stupid and offensive. I would never do that. But since these are my videos, I choose to put emotion into the lines, unless as much as I can put into them. I do admit that some characters are harder than others. Like, Joey is a bit hard and so is Tristan. Now, if you'd like to know why, it's basically because of how they were dubbed. And probably their accent. Like, their dubbed voices are probably some attempt at reproducing the variant of their Japanese voices. And that would be considered pretty similar. But I'm over here like, I cannot pronounce this. I'm obsessed with proper English. I'm not good at English dialects. Although there are some exceptions. If you'd like to know the exception, well, I can pull off a Valley Girl accent. I don't know what that means, but I can do it. Although obviously I don't try to talk that way. And I can pull off a stereotypical southern accent, which I don't like doing. But yeah. And that's about all I can do. Now, if the time is right, I could probably also pull off a British accent, but that depends on the region we're talking about. And European in general is, I don't know how to tell the difference between these voices. Dude, I cannot tell the difference between voices. I can't even recognize voices most of the time. But I mean, if I can recognize a voice, that is very, very impressive. But that means your voice is very unique. And that also means that my brain has... It means my brain registers your voice as something that was worth remembering. Which is depressing because it doesn't do that all the time. But I'm sure there are reasons I struggle to remember voices. I just don't think I've developed that as a skill. Now this doesn't mean I like that I didn't develop it, but yeah. And I'm not really sure how I come across when I read the lines, but honestly, I try to put emotion into it. I don't want to sound dead inside. I'm definitely no voice actor, but I can do some dramatizing. Okay, let's see. Time for the current events. Although I probably don't have much current. Oh wow, I've got 79. Okay, this is area 2. Well, let's go. I spin. A dimension duel. Alright. Dude, listen. I have something to tell you. And it's called I'm going to kick your ass. Yes, I'm gonna kick your ass. I don't care how long it takes. Okay, hold on. I have to use the Speller Trap card 4 times in one duel. No, I should really get to work on actually doing these. Okay, so I won't finish him off immediately. But obviously, I will. Oh yes, I will be using cards that are very brutal. He's going to hate my cards by the end of this. And you know what? Good. I don't have to be nice to an antagonist. Okay. Well then. One spell. Oh, I see. You know, I'm not sure this is a good thing. I think I'm just going to take damage regardless. Let me see. Yeah, well, I'm still in the field, so that's good. And though I've lost a bonus because I removed a counter. Okay. Polymerization. I've got 4 spells in my hand. No, I can't activate them all for obvious reasons. Okay. 4. Okay. I don't know what those dice rolls mean, but, you know. I need to make sure that I actually use 4 spells in this duel. Because I don't look at those requirements when going into this. I'm just like, okay, I kick ass, that's it. But there are actually things I can complete, like missions. I should be doing those. Okay. Here is my second spell. Let's go. Are you ready for this? Spoiler, you. Oh, wow. Okay, well then. You put a card on the field. Oh, big deal, dude. That is weak. That is weak. I will show you the weakness. Yes, that's right. Now let's see. I've used 2 spells. Okay, give me a second. Next is now in my hand. Okay, well, it doesn't take much to destroy what I've got here. But it especially, you know, dude, that says a lot about the card you put down. That says a lot about the card you put down, and let me tell you, what it says is it destroys you. Yes, it definitely does. Okay. I see, you've got another one. Stop putting that monster on the field. Obviously, I have no control over what he does. I don't actually want control over what he does, to be honest. Because I like roasting him too much. Okay, well, I've got 6 cards in my hand right now. So I have to start thinking about what I would discard if needed. Now again, I've used 2 spells, no traps. But I know that since I've used 2 spells, I can... I see. Alright. I see. Give me a second to think about this. If I use polymerization, that will benefit me, but maybe not the way that I want. So, oh, I see. I think I've already done the summoning I can do. I'm gonna put this spell card face down. And your card is face up, so you take damage. Alright. I'm ending my turn here. Because again, I don't want to finish him off right this second. Now, this is the 3rd card that I need to activate. So I needed to activate 4 spells and traps in a single duel. So I can now do that. I can now fusion summon to get that requirement completed. Polymerization. Let's go. Okay. Now you may think here, yeah, I am destroying you. Like, I was just waiting until the perfect chance to finish you off. You know, by completing those missions instead of just ignoring them. Alright, well, you've been defeated. That wasn't much of a challenge. Seriously. Okay, so I've completed those to my knowledge. I mean, I'm sure I can count. Alright, I've counted correctly. Congratulations to me, I can do kindergarten mathematics. Okay. Episode 3 is unlocked. Kaiba versus Aigami. My monster is quite the looker. Feast your eyes on the cubic seed. Feast your eyes on the cubic seed. I'm sorry guys, I can't pronounce that. You're keeping its attack at 0. My question would be the same. Correct, Seto Kaiba. Not surprising. While you cower from power, I embrace it. I summon Crystal Dragon. Now attack that monster, whose name I can't pronounce. Where'd it go? To another dimension you cannot attack. And there's more. What's this? When a monster attacks my card, it loses its effects. You know, it kind of loses the emotional impact when I don't say the specific name. Because your monster is no longer of this dimension. Grr. You're only starting to witness what my cubics can do. Well, you know, when I first saw the cubic monsters, I'm like, interesting archetype. I think Aigami used it. And yes, he does. That was a short scene, indeed, yes. And now, 8 more spaces until your goal. Okay. Interesting. I spin the roulette. Wait a minute. Hold on. I wasn't paying attention to... Okay. The same requirement here. I used 4 spells or traps. And spells and traps are pretty much together. Like, if you use a combination of spells and traps, that still counts. Okay. Let's begin. This is a risk. A very necessary one. Okay, that was a dumb move. I'm going to be honest, it was stupid. Because I normal summon them and there's no monster I can tribute, so they go to the graveyard. Well, what would happen if I... Okay. Well, what happens if I attack it? Okay, nothing. Well, it's destroyed. That was so dumb. Okay, well, that's my fault, and no one else's. But confirmed, I can summon you both without any tributes in Dimension Duels. But that was still stupid of me. And this is why I have lost. Because of my own foolishness. This is the consequences of not thinking you really have to think things through. Or, you know, you'll do things as dumb as I have done. Okay, I may have lost. But I will come back. That was just stupid of me. Like, that result did not need to happen. Okay, Dimension Duel. Yes. Okay, well, let me look. Win the duel within 8 turns. Within 4 okay. Let's try to get a quick victory here. And since the game does assist me with that, let's go. Usually, I brick. But here, I don't. Let's go. Let's begin. You think you can win against me? That's a delusion. You can't! So prepare yourself, because I will defeat you. Okay, so that's... well, yeah, I'm going for a quick victory. Unfortunately, Aigami is going to try to get in my way, and probably successfully. But there's one that says win within 8 turns, win within 6, so I can do those. But ideally, I would honestly... Alright, I failed, but still, I'll do what I can. I'll get lucky eventually. Okay, well, the card you pulled just sucks. Yeah, the card you... well, the dice roll was not on Aigami's side. Although I honestly haven't paid attention to that card's effect, so... you demon! How dare you! How dare you! I cannot believe you've done this. You have destroyed my strategy. I don't care what's normal, okay, dude? Alright, let's go. Let's do this. Oh, I see. You're going to try to win. Well, too bad for you. I'm not letting you win. That's right. I am not letting you. You are going to be destroyed. In a way that is so terrifying, not even you have seen it. Okay, well, I won within 8 turns. Not very impressive. Alright, well, I've cleared 1 mission. And I now have reason to keep playing this event if I keep failing these missions. Okay, well, let's continue. Episode 4. My cubic monsters can combine and transform into new forms, gaining the attack of those it absorbs. And you really won't like this. Buster Gundil, the cubic behemoth. Shatter Crystal Dragon. And Kaiba's just like, super dramatic, and I'm not dramatic enough for that. No, Seto! With this final attack, there'll be nothing left of you. I play Countergate to stop your attack and draw a card. And if I happen to draw a monster card, I get to summon it. No matter what level it is. He's gonna draw blue eyes. I mean, I've watched the movie, okay? Well, let's see if I remembered correctly. That won't be happening. I play my trap, Cubic Mandala. It returns the monsters in your grave back to your field. Okay, why would you do that? So you have no room to summon a new monster. Oh my god, dude. You have no room to summon a new monster. What will you do now, Kaiba? What will you do now, Kaiba? No, this won't be how it ends. Not after all the sacrifices I've made. Not when I'm so close to reviving the Pharaoh. I will duel him again. What trickery is this? I draw. What? What's happening? No. It's Obelisk, the Tormentor. How do you still have Obelisk? When the Pharaoh left the realm, so did the Egyptian gods. So how did Kaiba make the impossible possible? By merging science with magic. At least that's what's going on in my imagination. Magic fusing with technology and science. Yugi. I activate Obelisk's effect. But your monster can't use its effects. It's no monster. It's a god. Fist of Fury. Even with that, Kaiba, I'm still standing. Big bro, we're all set. Later. What? Don't think so. Arg. Aigami. To be continued. By the way, Kaiba just issued a cliffhanger. He's like, and cliffhanger. Kaiba. You know, this is easier than actually rewatching the movie. Like, I can't remember what happens in the movie. Duelist. Okay, this is what happens in the movie. We know you're holding a mobile device, but this is basically what happens. Although I'm playing on Steam, but, you know, you can play this game on a mobile device. That's the point. I don't believe it. Can it really be? Zone complete. Interesting. The truth revealed. Aigami's revenge. Let's go. Episode 1. Diva. Sarah. I'm told you battled against Kaiba. Yes, I'm afraid he's located at the Millennium Puzzle. If he's able to reassemble it, I know the Pharaoh will rise. We'll lose our powers when he resurrects in Yugi's body. that won't be a problem if I get rid of the body. Oh my god, Aigami is basically saying he's going to murder Yugi. At least that's what you would think if you look at this out of context. You're going too far. Don't break the law. If you don't stop, it will destroy you. You'll become a prisoner. I still believe in you. Just consider what I've said. It's too late. What's this? He's holding the final piece of the puzzle. That's right. And now I somehow did remember that. That he stole a piece, that is. Dimension duel. Okay, now. I accept your challenge. Okay, give me a second. Summon 3 monsters in 1 duel. Okay, that I can do. And I don't necessarily understand what I'm doing, but I'm doing something. Now, dimension duels are very interesting. I like them. I won't make the same mistake again. You can trust me that. You can trust me there. Although I shouldn't have made that mistake to begin with. But the fact I was able to make it is just why. But, you know, you can ask that with any of my mistakes, really. This is... Dude, I have 3 Beishu bells, I believe, and 1 of the Ultimate Nightmare and 1 Terror Incarnate. And it's not rare for all of these cards to get into my hand. Okay, well, I attack his monster, which is probably... Well, I got... Oh, wait a minute. I said his... I'm not dueling the person I thought I was. I forgot. Well, that's dumb. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I forget things easily. However, I'm supposed to summon a monster, right? Well, let's do that. I will summon another one. Okay, now I really need a field spell. I want to summon you, Belle. So, I'm not going to attack. Though, to be honest, I probably should. I see. Great. Okay. It's my turn. Okay, well, what should I do? I summon you, Belle. And I have a monster I can use as a sacrifice. So let's begin. I don't know what to do, but I will hope that things go well. And now, obviously, things may not go well, but let's see what my opponent does. Hold on. Okay, I end my turn. negated. Oh god. Does that mean that the other effect... Does this mean that I take damage from... Okay, well that's not good. I mean, the point of oh god. Okay, well, summoning you Bell here was not a good choice then. But I was destroyed. Okay, stop negating my card's effects. Well, I was able to summon you, Bell, but the effect was negated when they were removed from the field. Hold on a second. Yeah, Stratos was ignored too. Okay. This duel... I lost. I don't like this. Alright, well, fine. Fine. I will come back and I will hopefully win next time. Just saying. But all of this is an attack. Yeah. Well, in a game where piercing damage exists, you never know if you're safe putting anything in defense position. Okay, that was unfortunate. That didn't happen the way I wanted it to. This duel ends in my victory. Okay, I'll come back when I'm done getting my game back on. Well, I did complete all the missions. Although I have no idea if that's... I don't know if that fixes anything. Okay, let me look at the rewards. Okay, so... I'm currently in Area 3. Honestly, I had to go back and look, like, okay, so this is 47 minutes so far. Well, let me look at the scene album. I mean, is there anything... Okay, there's nothing... I mean, there are 6 parts to this, apparently. There's the different areas, so you have the episodes in Area 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now I assume at the end of this we'll be at around the halfway point for the movie. And yes, I do believe this is just a summary of what happens in the movie. So if you do this event, you will know the movie. No, you don't need to actually watch it if you play this event. Though I did watch the movie a long time ago. Okay. I don't know how I feel about this. Give me a second. There is one respawn. And there's the Vagabond. I don't think I get event currency from the Vagabond. But, I mean, I'll do him, cause he's there. No, I don't necessarily trust that I'll win, just based on the rank for this deck. But, let's see what happens. I mean, when it comes to rank, I'm actually starting to assume that maybe it goes with the player's highest rank. And not necessarily the rank that was... Not necessarily the rank of the deck, but the player's current rank. Or which rank... Yeah. You know, this basically just confirms it. This is a Blue Eyes deck. Now what do I assume with the Blue Eyes deck? Well, I was getting my ass kicked in my imagination. Yeah, well, I won that, fortunately. But again, I'm trying to assume that the ranking of the deck is more based on the player that owns the deck. It's not how far the deck got. Which is something I'm assuming because there's one deck that just didn't make sense. I don't have very many friends. That sounds very depressing when you think about it, but I mean, in this game, I don't have many friends. I mean, obviously. You can look at my friends list. I just opened my friends menu. I only have 2, and I'm not even sure how active they are. Okay. Well, I should be good to go, really. I cannot be affected by traps, but attack can defeat me. And so can spells. Oh. You know, dude, stop doing that. Okay, well, there's the 1 respawn. Well, that's all I can get with keys, but actually, I can just use dueling orbs to get more dueling. You know, during the last event, I really did not need that many resources. But dimension dueling, you can't do that all the time. I don't know if they'll ever put that in this game outside of this event. So what do I think? Well, I think for now I can assume that because of dimension dueling, I might. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to full respawn. And I'm going to come back in a second because this video is getting kind of long. So guys, that will wrap it up for this video. I will see you guys in my next one. Goodbye.